Next up, we have Representative Baker's House File 1177. And I will move House File 1177 be laid over for possible inclusion in the Health and Human Services Omnibus Bill. There is an A1 amendment in the packet, an author's amendment that is technical in nature. I will move the A1 amendment. All those in favor of adoption of the A1 amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The A1 amendment is adopted. Representative Baker to 1177 as amended.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. Again, I bring to you a bill that we, in a county collaboration out in western Minnesota, were able to see the effects of this a number of years ago. And when disabled young folks challenged with some mental illnesses and such, when they're transitioning from youth into adult, this mentorship program has done wonders for many people out there and gives them a much better chance to be a very productive individual as they transition into adulthood. I know myself going through adolescence was a challenge on its own. Imagine if you have some other challenges that you're fighting. This program has been proven to work very, very well. Mr. Chair, I have two very good folks here to talk about this today that have seen this program work, and I would love to have you hear their story. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Baker. I have Ms. Rochelle Peterson and Becky Romas. Welcome to the committee. Please go in whatever order you'd like.
Thank you. My name is Becky Ramos. I'm a parent as well as a retired psychiatric nurse. And I have a story about my son. You've heard some stories today. I think stories tell impactful message. Eric was diagnosed very early on with mental health challenges. He was diagnosed at age 3. And we battled about 4 or 5 misdiagnoses before he was finally given the proper diagnosis at age 15 of Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's syndrome is now part of the autism spectrum disorder, and at that time, what that did for us was opened up doors so that we could get some idea of how we approach this. How do we give Eric the best that we can? How do we get him into the right educational setting so that he could learn? He didn't want to stay home, he wanted to go to college. He didn't want to be with his mother, he wanted to be out with friends. Another program came along, which we have a mental health collaborative in the Candido County area, 5-county area now, called Pact for Families. And at that time, they had a program that was a federal grant called Pride For, which was for transitional youth from the ages of 14 to 25. And what it did is help them bridge that gap between youth to adulthood. Now, any of you that have had children know that not all the time do your teenagers listen to you. So it's very helpful to have a coach type idea, a coach type setup, and with Eric it worked wonders. He learned how to apply for college, and he did apply for college and was accepted and completed a college. He applied for scholarships. He learned how to cook. He learned how to set up a living in his apartment. He became a tax-paying citizen, which would make my father very proud. He did very well, and for 2 years he was employed as a non-destructive testing technician out of Michigan. Formed some work relationships, some family relationships. Those are all things that he was able to formulate directly related to the Pride for grant. Eric isn't with us anymore. He died 4 years ago. He died from leukemia. His whole course of leukemia was a matter of 6 months. And he fought the battle valiantly, and I think some of his resilience and spirit came from having to battle mental illness when he was younger. But he's up there, and he keeps telling me, Ma, these kids need help. Get on it. Do something. Give them some help. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ramos. We appreciate your testimony and express our sympathy for the loss of your son. Also, we have Ms. Peters. Welcome to the committee. Please introduce yourself for the record and proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. My name is Rochelle Peterson, and I'm the Executive Director at Pact for Families, which is a children's and mental health collaborative in central Minnesota, south central Minnesota. We heard from Ms. Ramos about her experience as a parent of a young person who utilizes the services in which we're proposing here today. Myself, I have worked 25 years in rural Minnesota in mental health capacities in various entities. I am new in my director role here, but I come with experience working in prevention, but mostly in response to mental health crisis issues. I can honestly say I'm in my position because I feel like prevention is really where our resources need to be at. My most recent position has been in the Public Defender's Office, working as a social worker, working with mental health issues of those young people who are revolving doors that get caught in the system with mental health issues. In the handout that you have in front of you, there are some cost breakdowns of things, so we won't go through all of those, but I just want to talk about the rural challenges that we face in rural Minnesota when it comes to mental health. Our biggest obstacle is probably not having enough mental health practitioners. We hear about the ACT teams today. All of those things are rural barriers for us. When we make a referral for a youth, they may wait weeks or even months to get just that first initial appointment. They may have the option of going to a metro area to receive services, but you're talking possibly a 2-hour drive for 1-hour appointment. So you're talking a whole entire missed day of school perhaps, and a missed day of work for family members just for that one initial appointment. Often this becomes very unmanageable for folks, and then they just choose to opt out of services. So things build and problems become more difficult. Rural Minnesotans, as we've heard already today, are maybe underinsured or not insured at all. Some of this is due to self-employed people not having access to insurance, or small employers that don't offer insurance. So more rural Minnesotans utilize Medicaid, where the reimbursement rate is low. We've heard about that also today, which is difficult, which puts lots of providers under stress. So then again, going back to how long it takes to get an appointment in rural Minnesota. In fact, I'm just going to go off my tangent today, but we had a suicide in our community a couple months ago. And in this week's paper, our local paper talked about, the family spoke out about finding services for their daughter and how it, in rural Minnesota, it's very difficult, because then you maybe wait 2 months for that appointment with a provider, and perhaps that 16 or 17-year-old is not clicking with that provider, so they want to try to find another provider, and then we wait another 2-3 more months to get in. So by this time, we're talking half a year. I started working my career mostly in corrections, which then geared me more towards mental health, but lots of conversations with corrections folks are echoing the same thing. This is becoming an overwhelming problem, because even in juvenile lockup facilities, they are corrections-based programs. They're not mental health providers. They're not equipped to deal with the needs that come through their door. The jails will tell you the same thing. I think we heard statistics today where most mental health issues are being seen more in the jails. The coaching design that we're talking about today is a good response to the needs within rural Minnesota. Our needs are growing, and we need to find a delivery system that works more in a rural area. We're really set up for providing mental health services, but it just doesn't fit. I know oftentimes we're set up and we're very comfortable in our community to respond to a problem and try to fix it, but that comes a little too late. The World Health Organization estimates that by 2030, depression will be the leading cause of disability in our high-income countries, which I would tend to probably agree with. We try to fix them. We don't have adequate resources to respond, especially in rural Minnesota, because of the issues that I had already talked about. But we can see in healthcare that we've made the connection with prevention. We talk about diabetes, heart disease, smoking, and prevention and early intervention are the key. I realize that the rate of return on investment isn't always so clear-cut in mental health, and I think that was brought up again today too. Probably because it's difficult to measure because you see it across so many different areas. You see prevention in mental health, the return on investment in education, you see it in healthcare, you see it in the criminal justice system, you see it in social services and employment. As Ms. Ramos said, her son was a tax-paying citizen. That is a return on investment. because when folks aren't able to work and to function, they aren't employed. So we need to put our dollars into prevention. We need to put more into rural demonstration projects. This is what we're asking for today. I realize that is kind of a change in thinking sometimes, but we need to shift.
Thank you for your testimony. Are there questions? Representative Loeffler.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, and I think it sounds like a good model that's working well in your community, and this was amended to be just one-time only money, and one of the things I'd really encourage you to explore further is if there's any possibility of accessing the K through 12 transition funding that's available for 18 to 21-year-olds. I know of someone with Asperger's in the metro area who is many of the things that your son experienced is getting those through the school system and those dollars. And now with the Olmsted settlement, I think vocational rehab is really stepping up to create better past employment. And so maybe the project can be enlarged to start exploring some of those other partnerships so it's sustainable over the long term, because it sounds like you're getting good results.
Thank you. Other questions? Is there anyone from the audience who'd like to testify on this bill? Seeing none, Representative Baker, final thoughts.
Please support the bill. Thank you.
House File 1177 as amended is laid over for possible inclusion in the Health and Human Services Omnibus Bill. Thank you.